Hi, welcome to my yard. Today we're going to be going through a short, gentle flow yoga sequence. Anytime you feel something isn't quite right for you, feel free to leave it out and then just join back in when you're ready. We're going to start by getting into a comfortable seated position. And if you like, close your eyes. We'll give ourselves a few moments to slow down and begin to watch our breath. We can watch as the body fills with breath and empties. You may notice sounds around you. You may notice thoughts going through your mind from the day. Some emotions may come into focus. And just acknowledge whatever comes into your focus. No need to shut it out. And then invite yourself back to watching your breath and the awareness of your practice. It may just be that today you're not able to let your thoughts fade into the background. So just let them sit beside you as you move through your practice. And whenever they come back into focus, take a nice deep breath and bring your attention back to what you're doing here and now. Take a moment to bring your attention to your back, feeling the back expand as you inhale, and watching the ribs fall as you exhale. And with your next inhalation, stretch your arms up overhead. And exhale, twist to your right. With your next inhalation, reach your arms up overhead and exhale, twist to your left. And with your next inhalation, reach your arms right back up overhead and then walk your hands forward. Let yourself fold forward over your legs. Let your head relax. And then grip the floor with your fingertips and stretch your body long. Broaden your collarbones. And walk your hands back in. With your next inhalation, we'll stretch our arms up overhead and then take your hands behind your head. Start leaning to your right side, and when you need to, you can put your hand down on the floor for support. And with your next inhalation, come on up and exhale over to the left. Again, if you need to, you can place your hand down for some support. Take your breath into your rib cage. And with your next inhalation, we'll come on up, let your head rest back into your hands. And as you exhale, we'll take our hands from behind the head and start walking them forward. Gripping the floor with your fingertips, we'll extend the abdomen long, broadening your collarbones. Go ahead and walk your hands back in, and we'll transition onto all fours. Take all the time you need, and then we'll get started with cat and cow. As you exhale, we round the back up to the sky. Let your head relax down. And as you inhale, you stretch your spine long, bringing your chest forward and your head goes up. And repeat this a few times, exhaling, rounding your back up toward the sky. And inhale, let your heart stretch forward, and your eyes look forward. And with your next exhalation, we'll move into neutral back, right in between cat and cow, and move into spinal balance. Extending your right leg out behind you and your left arm forward. And for some of you, you're going to stay here. Others, try bending that right leg and then reach back with your left hand. See if you can find your foot. Looking over your left shoulder and then looking over your right shoulder. Re-extend your arm and leg, and let's switch to the other side. Your new pair reaches out, your left leg and your right arm. And if you can, go ahead and bend your leg, reach back with your right hand, see if you can find your foot. We'll look over the right shoulder, and then look over your left shoulder. Re-extend back out into your spinal balance. Hands and knees down, and let your hips move back into your child's pose. Arms extending forward, let your head, neck relax. And we'll find our way back up to hands and knees. Getting ready for some rotation, take your left hand behind your head and open up. Let your elbow point upward toward the sky. And then as you exhale, your elbow comes down toward your opposite forearm. No need to twist as far as you possibly can go. And with your next exhalation, take your left arm and slide it under you for thread the needle. You can keep your right hand where it is or walk it forward toward the front short edge of your mat. And then slide your right hand back in, coming back onto hands and knees. Now we'll take our right hand behind the head and spin ourselves open, and then let your elbow come down toward your forearm as you exhale. Think about the rotation that's happening in the mid-spine as you open and close. And with your next exhalation, slide your right arm underneath your body for thread the needle. You can keep your left hand where it is or walk it forward toward the front short edge of your mat. Take your breath into your back. Create a little space around your neck. Slide your left hand back in and come back up to all fours. We'll turn our toes under and find our way back into a bent-legged downward facing dog. So this is up on our tiptoes with our knees bent and stretching our hips up as high as they can go. Nice long arms. The head and neck are relaxed. And then you can start alternating your heels when you're ready. One heel toward the floor and then the other. Perhaps pressing both heels toward the floor. And then walking your feet forward until you're into a forward fold position. We'll keep our feet a little bit wider for this first forward fold. Let the knees be slightly bent. Let your back relax. Let your neck relax. And with your next inhalation, we'll come part way up. Walk your hands up to your shins or your knees. Stretch your heart forward. Lengthen out. Try not to have a rounded back. Try to get a nice long back and then exhale, fold forward, let yourself relax. You can bend your knees a little deeper and stretch your hips back. Get a nice hinge at your hips, taking out any cat stretch or rounded back you might be feeling. And then we'll bend our knees, stretch your hips back, and inhale, reach your arms up overhead as you come to a standing position. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. And we'll go ahead and take a hold of the left hand with the right wrist and lean over to the right side. And coming back to center, switch, holding onto your opposite wrist and go to the other side. Inhaling, coming all the way back up to center. And hands to your heart. Inhale, arms stretch up overhead. And exhaling, bowing down. Inhale, come on up halfway. And exhale, step back with your right leg into kneeling lunge. We inhale, reach our arms up overhead. And as you exhale, lower your thumbs down between your shoulder blades. Inhaling, arms reach up. And exhale, hands to the floor. Let's step all the way back into downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward into plank, and exhale back into your downward facing dog. And now as we inhale, we'll take that right leg up off the floor and step it forward into your kneeling lunge. As you inhale, we reach our arms up overhead. Exhale, let your thumbs drop down between your shoulder blades or maybe just behind your head. Inhaling, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping forward as you inhale. Exhaling, bowing down. Bend your knees. Inhale, stretch up to the sky. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, stretch up overhead, and exhale, bend your knees, bowing down. Inhale, come on up halfway. Exhale, step back with your left leg into kneeling lunge. We inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, twisting to your right side. You can put your left hand onto your right leg. Inhale, coming back up to center, and exhale, hands to the floor. One more twist. You can leave your back knee down if you like, or lift the back knee up. We leave our left hand down, right arm going up. And then exhale, two hands to the floor, stepping back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward into plank or kneeling plank if you need to. And then exhale all the way back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up and step it forward into your kneeling lunge. As you inhale, the arms reach up overhead, and we exhale, twist to the left. Next inhalation, stretch your arms back up overhead and exhale, two hands down to the floor. Again, knee up or down, and as you exhale, reach your left hand up in the air as you twist toward your front leg. Next exhalation, bring your hands down, stepping your back foot forward. Come on up halfway. Exhale, bowing down. And with your next inhalation, stretch your arms up overhead and exhale, hands to your heart. Go ahead and sit back into chair pose. Bend your knees, reach your arms forward till they're about parallel to the floor. For some of us, this is going to be enough. Otherwise, try lifting one or both heels up off the floor for a balance chair. Do your best. And then pressing up into a tiptoe balance, reaching your arms up to the sky. Keep your eyes on one spot for your best balance, and exhale, let your heels lower down. Inhaling, arms stretch up overhead. Exhaling, bowing down. And take a moment to transition onto your back. We'll get ready to move into a bridge pose. Set your feet about hip width apart. Press your elbows into the floor and let your hips rise up, keeping your weight in your shoulders and your arms. Get a nice even bend through the whole spine so it's not just the low back. And then come on down, take a breath, and when you're ready, press yourself back up into another bridge pose. If you like a little more challenge, you can try lifting one foot up off the floor and place it back down, and try the other leg. Reach it straight up to the sky and place your foot back down and lower your hips down. Moving into a spinal twist, we're going to walk the right foot over to the right a few inches and then take your left knee across your body. Now I like to let my knee rest on my hand so I don't go too far. Turn your head to one direction and then turn your head the opposite direction. Coming back to center, let's prepare to go to the other side. So walk your other foot over to the side and then take your new knee across your body. If you like, let your knee rest on your opposite hand. Both shoulders relaxing against the floor, the head's relaxing against the floor. Turning your head in one direction and then the other. Come on back to the middle and let your feet rest on the floor and your knees fall together. Just let your hands rest on your abdomen for a few breaths and start to slow down. You can start to watch the rise and fall of the belly. As we move forward into our final resting pose, you might like to stay in this bent-knee position. Otherwise, go ahead and extend your legs out so you're lying flat on the floor. Arms are long and palms open up to the sky. Close your eyes. And as we did in the beginning of our practice, you can open up your awareness. You can hear the sounds around you, letting them come into focus and then fading into the background. When you notice yourself thinking, you can acknowledge it and invite yourself right back to your breath. Continue to warmly and compassionately invite yourself back to your breath as often as necessary. Deepen your breath. Bring your attention back to yourself here in this space. Bring a little movement into your body. And when you're ready, bend your knees to roll over to one side. Feel free to keep your eyes closed as you return to a seated position. We take one last moment to create a thought of gratitude. Take a moment to think of 3 things in your life today that you're grateful for. I am grateful for, you fill in the blank. I'm grateful for the sunshine. I'm grateful for time to have a yoga practice. And sometimes it doesn't come very easy to think of something to be grateful for. So perhaps you start off with, I am grateful to be here. I'm grateful for each breath. And I thank you for joining me today, sharing your practice. Thank you.